I've never seen this kind of love before.
The program you're about to watch contains stories of real people. Today, as you watch, expect to be inspired, transformed, and healed. Welcome to Peculiar Moments Global, where every moment is supernatural. Your love story is next.
Alright, hello everyone. My name is OMALE Benjamin Israel ZÁAKԻI, otherwise known as BENJISZZY ZÁAKԻI, and I am on the spotlight of Peculiar Moments Global, and this is my love story. Right from when I was born, my life has been an expression of God's grace and His mercy, and in diverse ways, God has come through for me. You know, many of you don't know me or might be seeing me for the first time. You know, but it's been a roller coaster of different emotions, different events, you know, in my life, in the course of my life, really, you know. And the very profound one was the very profound one I would love to share with you all happened in 2021, specifically in March. You know, towards the end of 2020, I was diagnosed with having a brain tumor. You know, literally, my world crashed, and I didn't know where to go. You know, I couldn't call anyone. You know, I was just left to my thoughts. You know, and then, you know, hinging my faith on the one who has promised not to let me go. You know, so I just kept on praying and believing. You know, so I started going for medical consultations and all, and we thought that that could suffice for it. But then at the end of the day, they say a surgery. You know, and going for a brain surgery. You know how sensitive that kind of a surgery could be. You know, and then monetarily, you know how it did. You know, so I was really confused, owing to the fact that I had a sick mother at the time. You know, God rest her soul. I was just literally between a rock and a hard place, because I literally did not have anyone, and this is me as Benjamin, who does not like to share his problems with anybody. You know, so even my family, they don't even know. You know, so I was just trying to bottle everything up. You know, trying to, you know, call a few friends, you know, for them to profess solutions. And then at the end of the day, a friend of mine, I'll mention her name. My name is Glory Musele, although she's married now. You know, so she was like, no, you can't be doing this. You know, you need help. You can't be doing this on your own. Yes, you're a private person. Yes, you don't like to share your problems with everybody because of the fact that everybody gets your own problem, but you can't die in silence. You know, you have to share. And then who knows, help would come. You know, I was still trying to battle with her opinion, because I'm like, okay, let me think about it. And then the following day, my phone was buzzing. You know, friends were calling, like, guy, you get brain tumor, you don't tell anybody. This kind of thing they do, you don't tell anybody. Like, who told you? He said, have you not come to Facebook? Have you not come to Twitter? Have you not come to, man? You know, friends and family were just reaching out, and I turned on my phone, and then everybody was buzzing, tags, everybody mentioning, designs were flying everywhere to raise funds for my surgery and all of that. I was like, wow. You know, and then it reminded me of one scripture that said, I think it's Romans 8:32. Yes. He that did not spare his son but delivered him up for us all, how can he, you know, not with him also freely give us all things? You know, the scripture kept ringing in my head, and I just broke down, because I don't know what was breaking me down, whether it was the predicament or the amount of love that was showered, you know, on me during that period. So what was needed for the surgery was 6 million naira, you know, but in the space of 50 hours, we exceeded that sum, you know, and that was really mind-blowing, because you see a lot of popular people, TV, big screen actors, who solicit for help and then they don't get help. So at the end of the day, it just dawned on me that that could have been God. Now only God go fit run that kind of thing, because he just defied all odds, to just make it come true like that for me. And I made a special prayer to God. I'm like, God, the way this thing they go, I don't want any of this glory to be shared. That's to go back to you. So even the people, maybe they spearhead the whole thing, the whole process and everything, they could not find a tangible, reason to say, okay, now because of say they do so and so thing, I make this kind of thing. So at the end of the day, everybody just kept quiet and they just, no say more. It could have been God. It could have been God. And the monies were raised, had surplus, at the end of the day. And that's what God can do. That's what we know him for. So he got to the surgery proper, and and that's the next phase now. Got to the I was in company of my mentor, Samuel Dixon. God bless him. God bless him. Real good. So we drove down to the facility in Enugu. We did all the necessary payments, did all the documentations, and then we're there till I think for a couple of days, spanning to a week, and then we're ready for the surgery. And I told my brother-in-law, I was like, guy, just make a video for me. And then he turned on his camera. I was talking to the camera, like, now I was just professing, my faith, and then my, my belief, in God. And if God can see me through, this seemingly, life-threatening circumstance that raising that sum of money in the space of few hours, if God could see me through that, how can he, not with him, his son also, do this for me for free? So I had that confidence in him. I hinged my faith on the one that has promised not to let me go, like I said earlier. And then, I was like, see you guys later. And just like I said, in few hours, the surgery was done. I think it lasted for like 6 hours or more. No challenges, nothing missing, nothing broken. Prayers were up. People were praying for me. I saw a live video where people were praying for me at Eden Lounge, GRA. I saw the video and I broke down in tears, because small me, that kind of massive crowd come out to pray for me. They were standing in the gap, prayers all over like the country. I saw videos of church members praying for me. People were sending prayers. Because at some point my phone had to be taken away from me, because the attention was just too much. The love was massive, and it could have been God. It could have been God. At the end of the day, it could have been God. So the surgery was successful, came out, and then I just regained consciousness like in the space of how many hours. I woke up the next day. The doctors were trying to do their checks, testing my mental state and all of that. And that was it. A few days after I was discharged, my mother passed in course of the whole thing, but I was not aware. So I missed all of that. I lost my mom a few days after my surgery. I think she was like not like right now. She was my everything, under the sun. Aside God being the paramount, like she was next. I lost her in the course of that, and it tore me apart. A lot of things were just falling apart after the surgery. It seemed like the only thing I had left was just my hope and faith in God. Aside that, I was losing everything. I was losing my mind. Things were just falling apart. Everything I thought that I had a hold of, was just literally falling apart for me. But I continued hinging my faith. People were encouraging me not to give up, to keep holding on. And I want to thank every one of them, using this opportunity to thank every one of them and give a heartfelt God bless you kind of shout out to everyone that has reached out to me in the place of prayer, calls, messages, and all of that. God bless you real good. And also to encourage anyone out there going through the same circumstance or something bigger, or more, there's nothing bigger than God. You know, one could think that literally one could look through scriptures and say, okay, it could take 5,000 bread or more to feed 5,000 people. Literally, like normal, it's supposed to take 5,000 bread and like 5,000 fish or more to feed 5,000 people. But that's not God's way of doing things, you know, because at the end of the day, we will now realize that the bigger the problem, the easier it is for God to do. The bigger the problem, the easier it is for him. So now only God will use that 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes feed 5,000, and they still have baskets left over. So there's nothing too difficult for God to do. You know, yours is to believe. You know, no be time to come to show your strength, to come to say, God, where are you? No, it's time to start, you know, going deeper, hinging your faith on what he has said, his promises. It doesn't fail, you know, they fail. You know, the law of Sabi book where it doesn't fail. You know, so I just want to encourage you all, don't lose hope. You know, giving up is never an option. In fact, you're not supposed to be a dictionary. You know, just keeping on, keep your hope alive. It is not the end if you have not won. Take my word for it. I'm a living proof of God's mercy, of his love and his kindness. If he can do it for me, be rest assured that he's going to do it for you.
Do you remember how it felt when you found yourself in a deep mess? When all hope was lost and all doors seemed shut? When friends were few and tears replaced laughter? When the money was out and luck lingered? When sickness ravaged your body and you envied those who could sleep? When your words were few and all you could do was stare? When fear ravaged your heart and depression ate deep into your soul? Did you ever make it through? Did God turn it around for good? Let someone experience love, hope, joy, impetus for action, help through your story. Be loud about your victory and be someone's light today.
I've never seen this kind of love before. I've never seen this kind of God before. Who I be where you love me, so tell you came to die for me on the cross. Oh.